Hi, this is Brooke, and I'm going to introduce you to our brand new solar palette. This palette is a beautiful warm palette, and it's going to give you a sun-kissed glow, much like you've had your picture taken at sunset. You know how beautiful that is. Your face looks glowy and warm. And today I'm going to show you how to do a beautiful fall look with this palette. Now, this palette contains 3 highlighters, a blush, a bronzer, and 6 coconut-infused eyeshadows. So you can do a lot of looks with it. I'm just going to show you one to start. So I've started my look off with our light multi-mineral BB cream, as well as a setting powder and a concealer. And I'm going to start with my eyes, and this fall, chocolate brown is really on trend for eyes. So we have a beautiful Sandalwood in this palette that's a chocolatey brown, and I'm going to use it in my creases as well as for a liner. So I'm starting with Treasure on my lids, and I'm going to use a soft powder brush. We have coconut infused powders which apply easily and beautifully. So I'm going to use this just on my lids here and on my other lid, applying it with the soft powder brush. And don't be afraid to just get in there and get it really on your eye, because you can always go in and blend it through, blend it out and make it look a lot more subtle. So there's my Treasure. Next, I'm going to apply Sandalwood, which is a beautiful chocolate brown, our beautiful chocolate brown. It has gold flecks and it's really pretty, and I'm going to apply it to the crease of my eye and pull it out just a little bit. And don't be afraid to go a little bit heavier with this, because you can always blend it back in with the Treasure later. So there's my Sandalwood, beautiful chocolatey brown, and I am going to take the Treasure now and just blend it in a little bit where I got a little bit heavy on each side. And the Treasure is such a easy to wear shadow. You can wear it anytime. It goes day into night. It's really pretty, pale, kind of a, I would say, a bronzy brown. And then I'm going to use the same brush, but I'm wiping it off with my Coconut Purify wipes. I love using that as brush cleaner as well. And I'm going to use our Opal as a highlighter. And I'm going to highlight right here at the tops of my brow on both sides, as well as the inner corner right here, which I always love to do, of my eyes. So that gives me a little bit of brightness right in there. I think you can see that. A little bit of brightness right there. And so now I'm going to do a little bit more blending with the Treasure. Right there and right here. And then next I'm going to use the Sandalwood as my eyeliner. And a trick that I do a lot is I use my Purify coconut wipes as almost my water for my brush. So I get my brush just a little bit damp with the wipes, and I'm using again the Sandalwood as my liner. You could also use our Smolder. A really great one would be our Smolder and Anchor for your liner, but today I'm just going to use the Solar palette. So I'm going to stick with the Sandalwood to line my eyes, and I'm going to just use it in my inner lashes with a lining brush that as I said, I've gotten it a little bit damp from our coconut wipes, and it's not too wet, just a little bit damp, so I can go into my lashes and add just a little bit of color in there. And again, because this is a day look, I'm choosing to keep it simple, and a lot of what I'm seeing this fall on the eyes is beautiful, simple, natural brown, and it goes really nicely with a nude lip, a pale lip, or even a little pop of pink. So again, I'm using it just on the lower lashes, and then I'm going to pull it out just a little bit to define my eyes. And I do that with my liner just to give a little bit of definition to the shape of my eyes. And there we go. So I've gone back in, I've curled my lashes, and I've applied our Stellar Gaze Length and Strength Mascara, which is a beautiful mineral mascara fortified with coconut and vitamin B to really lengthen your lashes. And you can see it gives you nice length, and you can also apply it a few times to build your volume. And I've skipped my lower lashes. I'm not lining on my lower lashes. And you can also notice that when you do use a powder as a liner, you get a much softer look. And so right now it's almost a little bit smoldery, soft with the powder. So now I'm going to go in, and one thing I love about this powder are the highlighters. So as I said, there's 3 highlighters: the Gold Dust, the Island Rose, and the Coral. And today I'm going to focus on the Gold Dust, and I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter just above my brow. There's a few places I like to use the highlighter, and it looks, I haven't blended it in yet, so I'm going to leave it just unblended to show you where I like to use it. And then down here, down the side of your eye, following your cheekbone, you could do a check mark, almost like a check mark. Some people say a C, but that's a nice place to highlight. It draws attention to your eye, and it draws attention away from your nose. So this is a nice area to highlight, and this Gold Dust is really subtle. So again, it works nicely on areas like above your brow, even if you want to apply more highlighter to the inside of your brow. And this Gold Dust is really pretty goldy, and it gives you that beautiful, warm, sun-kissed glow that we're looking for, that almost 70s photo glow. So there's that right in there, and again alongside my nose. And I also like to use these highlighters on my lips. So when I apply my lipstick, it's a great thing to apply just a little bit of highlighter right here. It just helps brighten your lips. And I'm not doing that today, but that's just a little tip to keep in mind. So I finished with my highlighters, and now I'm going to go in and use a little bit of Flushed. It's our blush, and just use it right in my cheek area, just to give myself a little bit of color there. It's a really beautiful browny pink color that is, again, really wearable, really natural looking, and works with all skin types. So there's a little bit of blush there, and it blends nicely with my highlighter, so it's going to look really beautiful with the Gold Dust. And then lastly, I'm going to finish with my personal favorite, our Enlightened gloss in Nudist. It's a really wearable color, it's super sexy, and it goes on, because we're not using plasticizers, it's natural oils, it goes on smooth, it doesn't feel sticky, and it tastes great. We sweeten it with stevia as well as coconut oil. So it tastes good, it looks beautiful, and it lasts, and it stays shiny as well as nourishes your lips. So you're going to love it. That's the Enlightened gloss, and that finishes my look. So I've got my highlighters. I've used essentially everything from our Solar palette to create this look, with the exception of our mascara and our Enlightened gloss. And so you can enjoy the palette and see what looks you can create as well. Thanks.